Hello and welcome back to my channel. Here we like to do things all budget friendly. And if you are like me and have champagne taste but on a beer budget, these videos are for you. Today I'm bringing you a massive Temu haul. And when I say massive, I mean massive. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So here's what I have for us today. Look at all these nails. Do you see what I mean when I say massive? So what I ended up doing is, I order nails on several different orders. So I'll put together like 2 or 3 nails that I choose and I'll put it in an order. And then when my orders come, I just set them off to the side. So I've collected all of the nails and put them into one giant Temu haul for us today. So first things first, somebody had mentioned that the nails are beautiful and they love them, but the length is too much for them. So I ordered one short pair of nails so that you can kind of see that, yes, you can get some of these really pretty frou-frou nails in a very shorter set. And they have even shorter ones than this. So I think next time I do my nails, I'm gonna try the short pair and see what I think of them. Okay, moving on. Everything else is pretty much medium to long length nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with, let's do stiletto nails. I have copious amounts of stiletto nails because stiletto is more or less my favorite type of nail. It's either stiletto or what is that? Maybe ballerina, where they've kind of got the rounded edges, but those are more so my favorite than, let's say, the Coffin style, which is my second favorite. The Coffin style is my second favorite set kind of nail, but primarily I have picked up the stiletto or the rounded edges. So getting started, we have this set right here. Let's see if we can get a little bit more zoomed in here. There we go. With gold and black and some simple rhinestone embellishments. I have a collection here of different kinds of embellishments. Some are a little bit more ostentatious than others. Some of them are going to be kind of flush to the nail so that those of you who might be interested in some of these can see that you can get some of these embellishment ones that aren't going to rip your hair out or snag on your sweaters. Here's another pair that I really liked. And this one doesn't really have any gemstones or anything like that. All the detail is basically different kinds of gel polish, but I thought those were really pretty. And I think on some of these, I might actually order a second set and just have second sets backed up. I don't know. I have so many nails. Maybe I should just go through what I have first. But that one did come in a nice little acrylic case. Here's another one in an acrylic case. Here's one that has just minimal embellishments on it. So not much for snag factor in this one. But I like these nails in particular, the ones that are a little bit more clear, and how they did the detail on those. If you can see the lines that are coming down and the little beads up at the top. I just like that extra attention to detail on those. Another acrylic case, but a different style of case. This is more of a hard plastic versus these that are more soft plastic. And again, I reuse all of these little acrylic cases and I use them for jewelry, necklaces, rings, what have you. Here's another one that has some little bead embellishments on it. And what I like about these is these right here. If you can see the little, I have to wonder if they put these on individually by hand or not, which would be interesting to know sometimes how they make these. And if you hear my cat meowing in the background, I put her in a separate room today because lately when I've been filming, she's just been making it difficult for me to show you things. Poor baby. Here's another that came in the acrylic case. And I really like the color of this one. So kind of a nice blue-green color. Minimal embellishments. And I might have to, on these specifically, these silver ones, I might have to put a gel top coat over it because I think the silver, and correct me if I'm wrong, is a powder that they use, not a polish, but a powder. So they would paint on some sort of like a clear sticky coat and then take one of those old school eyeshadow pad type applicators, dip it in some silver powder and then brush it on and have that be the color. However, that stuff tends to kind of flake off more than just the polish. So those I might have to put in an additional top coat to keep that from rubbing off. This one came in a really interesting case. Now this one is just, I mean, for something like this, you would probably paying, you know, on Etsy over $100 for something like this, and this is maybe how they would come. But it comes in this hard acrylic case. I've never received one like this. And instead of the nails being put on a simple piece of cardboard like this, they actually attached it to this hard plastic, which is kind of interesting. So here's a nice green color.
I'm not sure I understand.
Apparently Siri doesn't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I like this nice Almond green color. Most of these embellishments are pretty flush to the nail. They don't feel like they would be monumentously snaggable, except for that one big one. So that one might snag. They've done a pretty good job overall filling the empty space with these little beads. So hopefully that will be functional in keeping it from snagging. Another clear acrylic case. And this one is a nice nude color. Now the embellishments are only on this one and this one. So it's just got the little tiny rhinestones on this one, which what I would probably do is maybe put the big rhinestone on one hand and then kind of flip-flop these two so that I can have some embellishments on my other hand. But this rhinestone, again, it's very big. It sticks out a lot. But again, you can see that they did a pretty good job at trying to fill the empty spaces with other embellishments. So I will have to let you guys know if doing that makes a difference in how it snags or not, because typically if it's something that's got the the open space. That's when it's going to snag, when it's separated from the nail. I have one that is pointy pokey, stiletto type, the more dangerous version, if you will. And this one, what I like about this one is that it's matte polish and not shiny, so a little bit different. Although at, you know, if you're going to be using lotions and stuff like that, the matte will tend to pick up some of that lotion situation and not be as gorgeously matte. So there is some pros and cons to wearing matte nails. Now these embellishments, you'll be able to see, is spaced away from the nail just a little bit more. So for example, down at the bottom of this one, there's a gap at the base. You see that gap? That's when things are going to snag. So that's why I was saying the other ones I liked because it seemed like they did a pretty good job at filling those open spaces. The last little pair I have of the longer rounded tip stiletto version is this one. Just a cute little hand-painted flower nail. No embellishments on it whatsoever, just all paint. And that one did come in acrylic. I don't know why I am having such a hard time saying clear acrylic case, but there you have it. It came in a clear acrylic case. And then I did find actually, which is, they're kind of hard to make, the stiletto version in a shorter nail, but I actually did find one. So I did find that rounded tip stiletto nail in shorter version. So we'll have to see if these fit my nails, because not only are my nail beds rounded like this at the right there, they also round off like this, but my nail beds are wide and long this way. So sometimes when you have shorter nails like this, and then they round off the tips like this, my nail might stick out down here. So we'll have to see. But I loved the little rhinestones on this one. Again, filling up that gap for the most part with additional embellishments. So we'll have to see how that works. And the rest of these are going to be the Coffin nails. One is shorter, the rest is long. So I really like the Coffin nails as well. Those are ones that I use most of the time because I have a gajillion of them. These are Temu nails as well. So I have a huge drawer of them, so I'm trying to go through what I have. But here are some long length Coffin nails. This one has no sticky, pokey embellishments on it, just paint detail, hand painted. And again, everything I get, as you'll see, are large size. And again, Temu offers different sizes. They offer different lengths of nails. They offer different styles of nails, different levels of embellishments. And then the sizes that they offer to fit the width of your nail bed, they have anywhere from extra small to large. If they had an extra large, that would almost be kind of nice for a couple of my super fat fingers, like my deformed thumb. But so far, the large is fitting pretty well. There's somewhat of a very slight difference in size, so that's not all uniform. Some fit my nails just a little bit better than others, but overall large fits pretty well for me. Here's a long Coffin, and I really like the detail on this one. I like the chains that they have on the big finger here. I like how this almost looks like they're little rings around the nail. And they've got different types of paint, different kinds of embellishment textures. I really enjoy this one. And this one might be something that I might repurchase. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And I haven't much for red or maroon tone colors, so I did find this one. And that heart might cause issues. We'll have to see. But one thing that I also do, so you can see on this one, they filled up the gap with some additional rhinestones, but they did not do that for the heart. One thing I have to say is I do rip off these embellishments. I'll just cut them with a really strong nipper and they pop right off. And then sometimes you can just peel off the glue that's on the back, but I'll reuse them. So I put them in one of these clear acrylic cases so they have all of my little embellishments. So if one of these were to rip off, I have a stash of extras that I can kind of find one that fits or looks decent with the pair and just put that on. Or if there's one, I did this one time. I had a set of nails and it had a cute little embellishment on it, but it was lifted so far off the nail that it was snagging on everything. And of course it was still cold and I was wearing sweaters and it was ruining my sweaters, ripping out my hair. I was really irritated by that. So I snipped them off and I put on a different embellishment that fit the little hole that it left behind, and it worked out perfectly. So, you know, if that's something that you're interested in knowing or wanting to do, maybe if you come across one that might have a problematic embellishment, that's something that you could do. Tip from me to you. Here's another one that has that silver metal, and again, I don't know, this one might be paint. So it's very slightly different than, where did you go? Here. It's very slightly different than the one that I had showed you, and I'll pull it up so you can see side to side the difference. So this one looks like it might be a paint, whereas this one looks like it might be that powder brushed on. So I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong, but just to be on the safe side with this one, I might want to do a top coat on top of that. And what I would recommend is if you're going to be doing a top coat, clean them off with some rubbing alcohol so that if your oils or anything like that is on the nail from touching it, looking at it, applying it onto your fingernail, what have you, you can get a good clean base to start with before you put on the clear coat so that it has the best opportunity to stick. One of the things that I did order, and it's coming soon, is one of those little trays that have the little thingy-majiggies that stick up on it, and then you can put your nails on it so that you can paint it, decorate it, and do whatever you want with it without them actually being on your nail. So I'm going to see if doing that is going to work out as beautifully as I'm thinking, so that when I do put the clear coat on, or if I have to put on something that's UV cured and it has a tendency to glob down, then I can just put that little tray underneath my UV light and do that instead of getting all the extra stuff around my fingernails. So we'll see. Another fun pair that I have, another one that I'm thinking for sure this has got to be that powder, and you'll see what I mean. It's almost too metallic-y for it to be a paint. So I really think this is one of those brushed on powders, and this one will definitely need a clear coat on top. Either a clear coat that's non-gel, a gel clear coat, or a builder gel on top. One of the three, and either of the three will work. But just know that when you do that, it's gonna chip. Anything that's UV cured is going to have a little bit longer of a lasting power, just FYI, other than just regular polish. The next one, next to last, I've got one more pair after this, is another minimal embellishment. I like these. So I wish some of these that have the big gemstones on it, other ones that I've showed you, would use this size instead of the big ones, because I like how this one, it doesn't stand out so far. And again, they did a really good job at filling in those blank spaces with other embellishments. So you've got some diamond looking rhinestones, you've got some pearls, and you have, if you notice that middle fingernail here, it almost looks like chain. And I don't know if they're individual beads or not, or if it's actually some kind of chain, but those were really pretty. Last pair I have is a shorter pair, so the length that I'm wearing currently. And this one, again, has minimal embellishments that aren't sticking up, popping out. If you can kind of see, it doesn't really pop out all too much. So these ones would be pretty and probably not so snaggy. Now, what I have noticed on these little flowers that I'm wearing, and I did these in a different Temu haul, I believe. So they do stick out a little bit, but it's not so much that they snag on things as it is, they're just kind of rough in texture. So that's a little bit annoying. But when it comes to stuff like that, again, you can put on a little bit of a clear coat if you wanted to prevent that extra, well, I should say minimize that scratchy feature of it. Last thing I am going to show you that's nail related is I went on to pick up or reorder the glue that I really like, and I can't find it anywhere anymore. So I ordered this big, huge pack. It comes in 10, and I ordered, so these have quite a bit of glue in them. I have the dropsies too. I can't speak and I have the dropsies. Anyway, it's this kind of glue, and they might sell it in smaller packages, but the price was really reasonable. And I just figured, you know, if I'm having a hard time reordering some of my favorites, then I might as well get a large pack, because I'm absolutely out of nail glue. I used the last little bit of it to do this set of nails. So the little teeny tiny ones that are about yay round in diameter, usually the ones that you typically get in a set of nails that you pick up from the store. I had, I believe, like an 8-pack or something like that I picked up, and I've already gone through it all. So hopefully this will last a little bit longer. Hopefully it'll work just as well. I will update you on that. Oh, I found another set of nails. When I dumped everything out, I think they just kind of went everywhere. So let me show you this one real quick before I hop off. Here's the last set of nails. So here's the one that I liked, the little purple color on it, and this one is all paint embellishments. No rhinestones, no pearls. This is just basically a big glob of paint, or kind of that glue that you can get that is all in different colors. And I like that it has a little bit of opalescence to it. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. So if you look at this thumbnail, you might be able to see that it's kind of opalescent. But anyways, I just thought that was really pretty. Okay, I just checking. That's it. That's all I have for you today. I'm really thankful that you decided to stop by and check things out. I will link somewhere around here another video for you to check out with Temu nails, which is the very first video I did. So as I'm doing more videos, I'm just getting a little bit better. So just know I'm a little bit awkward in that first nail, but first video, but I will link it for you so that you can check that one out as well. And again, please like, share, subscribe. Really helps out my channel a lot. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.